Hello and welcome back to the Broken Doll here. So this is part 2 of my painting of the Babs doll. So anyways, here she is. The back of her legs is painted. I made a video up, but I was making a video, but I didn't turn on record. So anyways, here she is. She's painted up and everything. I hope you like what you see here. I've taken off the arm off of here, and so here's their arms. They're off now, so now I'm free to paint them on all corners and everything. I might do some more sanding now that I can get on the doll, like around the arms of the doll. So you can see why I like this hand a little bit better than this one here. I don't know, it's okay, but this one just is nicer. I don't know why I made them so different, but I'm going to do some sanding and some more molding on this one here. Kind of round it off a little bit, just a bit. But it is what it is. Until I can find her some proper hands, that they will have to do for now. And I think I did pretty good, you know, for never sculpting hands before. But I've got an idea what I want to do, but it's hard to manipulate that idea when it comes to, for me anyways, to learn. The next time you get better and better and better, you know, as you find more dolls that are in need of help like this. But anyways, I'm enjoying working on this doll here, and she's been a lot of fun. She dries fine in my air conditioning here. So, because she's solid wood, and she's dried out over a long period of time, where the head, I didn't give her the, this is how I feel about it. Usually when I have a composition doll, I peel the paint off, work on the problems with puttying or spackling, and then sanding, and then paint. And that's your steps all the way through, how you do things. Well, with her, I saw that she had honeycomb, which means when we get down, when the top layer of the composition comes off and you see all the little holes inside, what happens is, and I call that honeycomb, that's water damage. I should have given her time to dry. One of the things I learned a lesson about her is this: when your composition does show signs of being wet, give them time to dry, which I didn't. I just gave her the same, I treated her the same as a doll that never had any water problems. Wrong. But you learn. This is the learning lesson. Even I am still learning things. As many dolls as I have done, I still learn. I don't work with a lot of wet dolls, so it's a reminder for me to give them some time, maybe just with the paint off of them, let them breathe and dry out. One of the things, what was the lesson that I learned with this doll? When a doll shows signs of wetness, linseed oil is not you do not want to use linseed oil. The lady there's a lady on here. You know who you are, so you can say it was me. I hope you do. I hope you say that, because you should be recognized for bringing it up, because she gave me the brainstorm. I was kind of thinking it already, but I didn't say anything. I think it was a thought there, but she really brought it out. And she said to me, she says, do you think that the linseed oil is what's helping to peel the composition off the doll? And I think when I put the linseed oil on her and then tried to put the putty on top of her, I noticed that her composition wanted to peel right off. It just didn't want to stick, and it wanted to come off. So I think you're right. The linseed oil, I was looking up about what can linseed oil do to wood. It really expressed in there that when linseed oil, when your wood is wet, linseed oil will bring the moisture to the top. And that's what it was doing. It was sucking out the moisture from the composition to the top of the doll. So when I was laying on my putty or my spackling, at first I was trying spackling, it just wouldn't work. So then I said, okay, I have to put on my Milliput, but I should have let it dry and not use linseed oil when the doll is wet like that. That's why I had that problem there. So it's lessons to learn. Always things that you go, wow. And this lady brought it out, and she said, you think. And that made me go and do some research. And that's when I found out that linseed oil will bring the moisture up to the top of the wood. We have to remember, composition is wood. It's sawdust. It comes from wood, you know, type of thing. And when you start putting that into your brain there, then you realize, oh my goodness, I kind of bungled that one up. But hey, I did not know, but I do now. So when I get a doll that is honeycomb like that, let it dry. Give it some time. This doll had, the wood on the rest of the body had time to dry because I didn't deal with it right away. So I've had this doll from the beginning. So the wood here, and this is now solid wood. So it's had time to dry, and it's doing great, you know. And I really see a difference in the wood itself. It's relaxed. It looks great now. So I think if I had just let the doll have the same time as what the rest of the body did and then dealt with it, I think we would have had a different result. But then I would probably never have found out about what linseed oil can do to dolls that might have a moisture problem. So it was a good lesson. Lessons around every corner, right? And I love learning, and especially about these dolls, how to work with wood, all that stuff. So now, wet doll, linseed oil do not go together. Okay, because it will just bring the moisture. We do want the moisture to come out, but let it come out naturally and just dry on its own. We don't need the linseed oil adding to the issues. So, lesson learned. Milliput worked wonderful on the doll. Another thing was I put a hairdryer up inside the doll for, I was putting a hairdryer up inside. I had it, I should show these things. I am terrible, not letting you guys see the steps and everything. But I did take the doll and shot a hairdryer on low and just let it kind of dry that way too, up inside the head. And that helped out big time on the doll as well. And I did it for about maybe 15-20 minutes for a couple days. And that I saw an improvement on the doll also. But I think natural drying would have helped the doll out. Just let it sit in my shop, exposed, and just let it, and get the paint off first so that the wood could breathe. And that made a difference on the doll. So anyways, lessons around every corner, I always say. And yes, and learning how, you know, like I say, since I have not worked with dolls that are screwed together like this, like I say, when it comes to composition dolls, I'm used to having to go inside of a cloth body and undoing the doll's arms and everything. It didn't even hit on me. I could take these arms off from the shoulder, from the elbow down. Now I can take it from the shoulder as well, but the screws are in there hard. I don't want to rip this doll apart. She is fragile. So but yeah, I hope you enjoy seeing this video. Lots to come yet. Thank you for joining me. If you like what you see here and the learning lessons that we're getting along the way through my mistakes, great. I'm glad you're learning with me. I enjoy you coming along for the ride. And give me a thumbs up if you like what you see here. Comment. I do read them. And I do enjoy hearing from you. And yes. Great, great, great. I love this doll. Like I said, she's very basic, you know, and a very basic, not hard to put together type doll. Well, I imagine once they learned, you know, they designed it. And I love to get the designs for this doll. That would be wonderful to get. And, hey, I love it. She's great. I think she's a wonderful doll, and she speaks volumes of her history and everything and her time period. So, again, thank you for joining me. More to come. Bye-bye.